Well, hello, Summer. How are you? My name is Walter Garcia. I work here in traffic. Been here for 5 years, but I've worked for CDOT for 16 years. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Walter. I'm Summer Slama. I have been at CDOT in the environmental unit here in Region 2. It'll be 3 years. My anniversary is just around the corner, actually, on September 20th.
Wow, it's been 3 years. I thought you'd been here a lot longer than that. It seems like a lot longer.
It feels a lot shorter to me. It's been the shortest 3 years of my life in any job anyway so far. So yeah, definitely I've been learning a whole lot since I got here, and it's been a bit of a whirlwind, and I still tell people that I'm pretty new here. So
And you liked it? You liked being with CDOT?
yeah, I love it. I love it. I can't complain about much of anything here. I get to play in the dirt. I get to be outside a lot. I work with really wonderful people. So yeah, I love it.
I love it too. Cool. Okay, so I got a few questions for you just to get to know you. So I'm gonna start off with the first question. What is the worst meal you've ever cooked?
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's so funny. I have one right off the top of my head. So I keep going through phases where I try to eat healthier, and I am not a very good cook. So full disclosure on that, like to begin with. So my baseline isn't even that high to begin with. And I started trying to cook this dish with just like all vegetables, and I literally made it up, and I call it veggie surprise.
Okay.
And I like it, but I'm not a very picky eater, but I have served it to people that are like, oh, is the surprise that there's no flavor? That's probably the worst meal I've ever cooked.
What kind of vegetables?
Oh, it has eggplant and mushrooms and zucchini and garlic and onion and a can of diced tomatoes.
That doesn't sound like it needs any flavoring. It sounds delicious.
I know. Thank you, Walter. I still won't make it for you just to spare you that torment. So
well, we'll have a potluck sometime, and you have to at least bring a small dish.
Yeah, good idea.
Second question for you: what is the weirdest nickname you've ever had?
Oh, well, this is probably not very creative, but my summer rhymes with very few things, and so I think the worst anybody has ever thrown at me is a bummer.
Bummer? Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely not you.
Thanks. I don't feel it didn't stick. I don't think it's very fitting, but
yeah, no. I got another question for you. What is the silliest way you've ever injured yourself?
Oh, well, I have a good answer for that one too. I like to mountain bike, and I tend to do the same trails over and over, and I will try to do better on obstacles each time because I'm kind of a sissy. And so the first time I might walk my bike over, and then the next time I'll give it a try, and then eventually I actually do get over whatever obstacle I'm trying to conquer. And there's this trail in Canyon City that I like that I've done many, many times. And I thought this time I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to get over this obstacle. And I did. And I got over it, and I was so proud of myself. I stopped to turn back and look at what I had just accomplished, and I totally ate it. I was stopped at a complete stop, and I fell, and it was down this ravine, and I fell right on a rock, and I injured my butt.
Oh,
in a very severe way that actually it's been 7 years and I still have scars. So
that's still pretty tough. Seriously, that's
yeah.
You worked yourself up to it.
It hurt.
Okay, another question. What is the oldest item in your closet?
Oh gosh, I have well, I like to get rid of things, but I do have a belt that I still wear, and I love it. But I have genuinely had this belt since middle school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is hands down the oldest thing that I have. And it doesn't look great anymore, but I still like it, so I wear it.
No, I love it. I love the nostalgia.
Exactly.
Okay, I got one last question for you. What is the most valuable career advice you've been given?
Ooh, well, That's kind of a tough one. The most valuable career advice I've been given. I think that really the most valuable advice I've ever had is to just be, cut yourself a little bit of slack. Everybody makes mistakes, and have some self-compassion when you do make mistakes, because it's going to happen. So I've taken that with me at every job I've been at so far, and it's helped because mistakes do get made.
I like it. I like it. I know this wasn't on the question list, but I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you had the power of invisibility, what 3 things would you do?
I saw you try to answer this last time, and that's a tough question. I think I'd have to play a few pranks on like my husband, my dad, and just the people that prank me on a regular basis. So I definitely do that first. That's my first order of operations. But then I think that it's going to be hard to come up with 3, but I can at least come up with the 2 for sure. I think that another thing I would like to do is maybe go kind of hang out in, I don't know, like grizzly country, and just kind of see what their life is like when they don't think they're being watched, and or other animals for that matter. I think would be really fun to kind of see how they behave when there's like no people or cameras around that they can sense anyway.
No, I love that. Okay, yeah, you kicked my butt on that, because I was blank. Those are great ones.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I did have to watch you struggle through that one first, because I thought that is a tough question.
Okay, so well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for letting us get to know our neighbor. And next time, I believe you will be asking the questions of whomever's next.
Oh, perfect. Well, I look forward to it. And thanks so much for your time, Walter. This was fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care.
You too.